I warn you, Sir Richard. I did make a promise, but I'm finding it increasingly difficult to keep it.
That's understandable. The process must be so unfamiliar to you. Thank you for your hospitality, Sir Richard, but we'll go now. Obviously, the only way the sheriff can keep his promise is if we remove the temptation for him to break it.
Oh, Robin. And I was looking forward to having such a wonderful evening.
The sheriff seemed uncommonly anxious to get you two outside the castle walls.
I thought the same thing.
Before you go, shouldn't we test the windage? Huh? Aren't you two the men who lost the archery contest this afternoon?
That's just what we're trying to forget.
Allow me to offer you some words of consolation. The ability to accept defeat gracefully is one of the great tests of a man's character. Perseverance in the face of a setback...
What are you doing here, my lord?
Looking after your interests, Sir Richard. I want to make sure those outlaws leave your property without stealing the silver.
Now, just walk straight out through the main gate. Keep going and no tricks.
What do we do?
We'll do what they say. I'm not playing target to a bowman like that.
There go Robin Hood and Little John. Are you satisfied?
Yes, Sir Richard. Most satisfied.
You've broken your pledge.
Not at all. I said they might leave the castle in peace. I said nothing about what would happen afterwards.
Hey, why are they cudgeling those poor fellows out there?
Stop! Stop, you fools! You blundering idiots! Sir Richard, I demand that you hand over those outlaws to me.
You treacherous dog, you've broken your promise. I shall hand over nothing.
Then I'll surround the castle. I'll lay siege to it until you hand over those men.
I suppose we might as well eat something. I don't feel hungry. I must admit this is not the merriest banquet I've ever presided over. Richard, what's the matter?
That blackguard of a sheriff has betrayed me. We're besieged, my dear.
Oh, does that mean nobody can leave the castle?
Nobody.
We're surrounded.
That treacherous fox might keep his men out there for days. Perhaps for weeks.
Even months.
Shameful, awful. Have some more meat, Pasty. We'll need our strength to withstand the siege.
Yes, and keep our spirits up.
I want you to know that I take full responsibility for what has happened. It was I who was foolish enough to take the sheriff's word. I alone have landed you in this awkward predicament. Well, you don't seem upset at all. Why, it's as though you welcomed this state of siege. Oh, go on, play to them.
Richard!
Yes, dear heart.
What on earth have you been doing?
Working.
You must end this siege. I'm frantic.
You're frantic.
Our guests have been here for over a week. My larder is devastated. They're eating us into the poorhouse. Particularly that friar and Little John.
I know. My cellar has suffered a grievous blow.
Oh, never mind your cellar. Our harvest is in jeopardy. I've just looked over the battlements. The serfs are doing nothing but decorate themselves with buttercups. You must act act, my lord.
Am I not acting? Look at my hands. Do you remember me telling you about a secret passage my father had built for military reasons?
Yes, if you call a Rhenish wench military reasons.
That's enough, Leonia. My father. Anyway, it has long been collapsed and unusable until I, with my bare hands, have opened it up.
You mean our guests can get out through the secret passage?
The other end comes out in the copse behind the sheriff's lines.
You know, sometimes I think I underestimate you, my lord.
Well, Sir Richard.
Oh, Sir Richard! How would you like to join Mistress Marion's dancing class?
I have wonderful news. The sheriff's scheme is undone.
Excellent. Let's drink to that.
What do you mean the sheriff's scheme is undone?
He is foiled, outwitted. The siege is as good as raised.
The siege is raised?
Who spread that ghastly rumor?
You must be mistaken. I saw the sheriff's men outside not half an hour ago.
That is true, but I have opened up an old secret passage you can all leave unseen.
Would you have us sneak out through some subterranean burrow like rabbits?
Secret passages are invariably damp. We'd catch St. Osmond's chill.
There might be bats.
Or mice? It won't do, Sir Richard. It simply won't do.
Have you all gone daft? Here have I worked my hands to the bone, trying to get you out of this dilemma, and all you do is...
We're grateful, Sir Richard. But remember, the enemy is at your very gate. But I, for one, will not turn deserter in time of peril.
Nor I.
Nor I. Ah, then it's decided. We're behind you one and all, to the bitter end, if need be.
Well, Martin, anything to report?
Good afternoon, my lord. Everything is as you ordered. The night watch will relieve these men in a couple of hours.
Good. Those outlaws won't get away from me this time if I have to keep a guard round the castle for the whole summer.
How goes the siege, Sheriff?
It goes well. I've got that castle so tightly sealed not even a field mouse could get in or out.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure. How the devil did you get out here?
I just came to tell you that my guests left for Sherwood this morning.
Left for Sherwood? But how did they get out?
Same way as I did.
That fiend Robin Hood. Shall I never get my hands on him?
Anything wrong, my lord?
Everything's wrong. Get your men back to barracks. At the double!
Yes, my lord. To the barracks, men!
Perhaps you would step in for a cup of wine. I can give you a few pointers on laying a siege. Robin! Robin! Help! Little John, help!
Robin! Little John! Come quickly! Sir Richard's in trouble!
Help! They're on me! Help!
Sir Richard, old friend and true, let us in.
I hate myself for doing this to you, for indeed I'm fond of you. But after all, a man's castle is his home.
Robin Hood, riding through the glen. Robin Hood, with his band of men. Feared by the bad, loved by the good. Robin Hood, Robin.